Hey, welcome to Half the Battle, and welcome back to Saturday Shorties. We're gonna take a look at another Gobot today since the people demand it. So meet Buggy-Man. This toy was released in 1983 with all original parts. And okay, I've got to address this, he's called Buggy-Man, and the last guy we looked at was called Hans. Not very robot-like names. Well, that's because Gobots, despite what the name implies, are not actually robots, they're cyborgs. They used to be humanoids but upgraded their bodies with technology. Unlike other examples like the Cybermen or the Borg, they retain their emotions and individuality. So they're more like the Major from Ghost in the Shell if she could turn into a Toyota Corolla. For simplicity's sake, I'm still gonna use terms like robot mode, etc. though. Anyway, on to Buggy-Man, who's called that because he transforms into a dune buggy, and it's a play on the word bogeyman. Oh, how they must have laughed the day they came up with that one at the office. And for the second time on this very new show, we have to talk about somebody that transforms into a blue dune buggy. Who could have seen that one coming? Well, me, because I decide what I talk about on this show, but let's move on. This is a very nice robot mode. Blue, silver, with some black, and sleek looking despite actually being kinda blocky. It helps that the paint on this particular toy is absolutely pristine, somewhat of a rarity with used Gobot toys, as the paint on the metal chips off very easily, and the application on this guy is absolutely gorgeous. Articulation is once again very basic. You can move the arms 360 degrees and the legs 180 degrees. That last one thanks to the way he transforms, which is also super easy. You make sure the arms are to his side, then move them upwards and bend the legs back. Then you flip up his little windshield and bugs your uncle. You want to be really careful with the windshield as it is the most fragile part of the toy. Hell, even this otherwise pristine one has a stress mark. I'm sure we can all relate to that. It's a pretty simple vehicle mode, especially if we make the inevitable comparison with Beachcomber, but it's still really nice. Plus the silver on the headlights and the interior really make it stand out. Back to robot mode, let's continue the comparison with Beachcomber. Objectively speaking, the Gobot is the better looking one. I mean, the die-cast parts, the paint detailing, it's just better. Though for me personally, Beachcomber is still my favorite just because it was my first Transformer. By the way, Buggy-Man was a renegade, one of the bad guys, though if you ask me, he doesn't really look the part. As a kid, I used him as one of the Autobots. He just didn't look menacing. Maybe that was the idea. He'd look totally innocent and then one day laser blast you through the chest. For more information on the character, check out the Gobots wiki. That's right, I'm giving you homework. This will be on the test. And that was Buggy-Man. Silly name, cool robot or cyborg I guess, and a cool little vehicle. Are we done with buggies now? Please? Well, I'll see you next time everybody, and hey, why not like, share and subscribe if that's your thing.